It's one of the most valuable plants in the world. Every part of it is used for making paper, fabric, plastic, clothing, crafts, etc. The seeds can be used as a food source because it contains many of the necessary fats such as omega-3 and 6. In addition, this plant has been used as a cheap source of fuel, and it also has been used for medical purposes in ancient times. What am I talking about? The plant that I'm talking about is cannabis, well known as marijuana. In Mexico, current laws prohibit the use, sale, and production of this plant. Meanwhile, in the Mexican Congress, a group of legislators have drafted a bill that will regulate the sale and production of marijuana. Private sector, civil society, public opinion, high-ranking government officials have openly proposed marijuana legalization because criminalization makes it more lucrative for cartels. According to our newspaper called Reuters, since 2007, at about 80,000 people have been killed in drug wars between drug cartels and their clashes with security forces, leading to call for a change in policy in Mexico. In addition, former President Vicente Fox, a staunch advocate of drug reform, said in July that he believes that Mexico could legalize drugs just before President Peña Nieto leaves office in 2018, stating that stating that prohibition has helped create criminal markets to sustain the gangs. Based on these arguments, I consider that government should legalize marijuana. I consider that this would be a great idea in order to avoid all these kind of problems. Let's start saying that prohibition causes more problems than it solves, and ruins thousands more lives that it supposedly tries to save. Also, prohibition has caused many social and political problems such as organized crime and the well-known drug war. I consider that law enforcement has more important responsibilities than arresting 750,000 people a year for marijuana possession. The first reason that marijuana should be legal is that it's too expensive for our government. We could save millions of pesos a year as a nation if we stopped locking people up for having marijuana. In addition, if it were legal, the government would be able to collect taxes on it in order to create and support more beneficial government programs. The second reason that marijuana should be legal is because its illegality makes it more valuable than if it were legal, providing opportunities for teenagers to make easy money selling it to their friends. Actually, there's no good evidence that prohibition decreases drug use. In Mexico, you don't have to be 18 to obtain marijuana, and drug dealers don't take care about how old you are as long as you have money. It's actually easier for many high school students to obtain marijuana than it's for them to obtain alcohol. Yeah, why? Because alcohol is legal. Therefore, it's regulated to keep it away from kids. The third reason that marijuana should be legal is that it's safer than alcohol and tobacco. Contrary to popular belief, marijuana is not as addictive as one may think. Dr. Sanjay Gupta, CNN's chief correspondent, actually recently wrote in his essay, Why I Changed My Mind About Weed, that marijuana leads to dependence in around 9 to 10% in adult users. Cocaine hooks is 20% of its users, heroin 25% of its users dependent, and the worst culprit is tobacco, with 30% of its users. This information shows that tobacco, which is a legal drug, is more harmful and addictive than marijuana, which is still illegal. The fourth reason that marijuana should be legal is that it has been useful for the treatment of certain illnesses. This information is according to a Discovery Health article from the magazine Fit and Health. The use of marijuana for certain illnesses such as cancer, seizures, glaucoma, multiple sclerosis, migraine, and Alzheimer's has been extremely successful. In addition, marijuana is very helpful for those people who has lost appetite due to diseases such as HIV. The last reason, but not least important, is that cannabis legalization simplifies the cane cultivation to create new biofuels to reduce carbon emissions. Researchers at the University of Connecticut has found that cannabis sativa has properties that makes it attractive as a raw material for producing biodiesel. Unfortunately, Mexico's opposition to legalization of marijuana is the biggest obstacle to the development of industrial hemp. As we have seen, legalization of marijuana would be a huge step in the fight against organized crime. The government would be able to collect taxes on it in order to create beneficial government programs. This plan would be very helpful for the treatment of certain illnesses, and legalization simplify the cultivation of hemp for producing biodiesel. The legalization of marijuana is not a dangerous experiment. The prohibition is an experiment, and it has failed dramatically with millions of victims all around the world. Sebastian Marico.